अधूरी थी आप तो
गैलरी कभी तुम बोला मैं करेंगे
लास्ट टाइम जैन मैम आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा. So you all remember last time एक टास्क दिया था, you know, I'd given you the task. Does anybody remember that task?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, what was the task?
कि लोनलीनेस को कैसे दूर करेंगे,
कोई भी एक
अपनी लोनलीनेस को कैसे देखें. हाँ,
कोई भी एक इंसिडेंट जहाँ आपने कन्वर्ट किया हो लोनलीनेस को सॉलिट्यूड. Yeah. So for those who are not present the last time, I just give you a brief introduction of what we did last time. So the topic was loneliness versus solitude. Right? दोनों में difference क्या है? क्या होता है? Most of the times we tend to loosely use the word loneliness, aloneness, solitude. Okay, but there is a huge difference. Okay, between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is kind of compulsory, yeah, wherein you want the company of others but they are not available, versus solitude where you choose to be with yourself. So there's a difference. सबसे best example है, we all just went through the time of COVID. Yeah, the deadly 2.5 years of COVID, right? That was the testing time for all of us. You all agree? And see, irrespective of the age group, somebody said, right? Somebody from here said that loneliness, okay, is a state of mind. Very true. Aloneness is also a state of mind. So it has got nothing to do with gender, nothing to do with age. A 60-year-old could be as lonely, and a 16-year-old also could be lonely, right? So इसमें gender का, age का वो कोई वो नहीं है. It's a state of mind. Right? So COVID में क्या हुआ? The 2 years of COVID tested all of us. All of us, right? So it was compulsory. It wasn't that we chose to be in the phase of COVID. It was, but this is the situation. ये COVID है, right? Now you have to deal with it. It was just compulsorily given to us, right? All of us had no choice. It wasn't that, oh, I don't prefer to, you know, sabko, we had to go through that COVID phase. Now, what happened during the time of COVID was each and every one, okay, all of us were tested as if we were, okay, to live within the four walls of our house. How well do we adapt? Right? That adapting was very, very crucial. Okay, for all of us to have come out. See, all of us came out of it. All of us are alive right now, right? We're talking to each other. So all of us definitely came out physically, right? But all of us came out physically and mentally in different ways. Yeah? Some people were broken, were heartbroken, mind broken, that, you know, I mean, this is it. Did you hear some people, friends and family who said, "Arey, abhi to matlab everything is going to end, the world is going to end. Spanish plague tha, ye tha, wo tha," and every day you would hear something negative from that person. No, I've seen this news, I watched it. Okay, this is going to last more and this is going to destruct the economy and everything. So constant negative baatein. Fear to sabko tha lekin. And then there were some people who were like, you know what? This is like God sent. The time is God sent because out of compulsion, हमें family के साथ रहना पड़ा. It wasn't out of choice, out of compulsion. But some people made the most out of it. They were like, चलो इसी बहाने family के साथ time गुजारेंगे. Some people, who didn't know how to cook took up cooking. They actually learned. Believe me, I've got friends of mine who did not know how to cook. They learned cooking. There were males. Mr. Kumar would agree with me. There are a lot of males who did not know anything about the household chores. COVID actually taught them that these are the daily chores. They started appreciating when they actually had to broom and dust and or whatever and help in whatever way. They started appreciating that these are the daily chores that goes into making a home. So my take here is that everybody took the phase of COVID, which was compulsory, to be either lonely or to, treat it as solitude. Of course, it was difficult. No denying that there was no fear. Of course, there was fear. Fear of your physical health, your mental health. So I'm not denying that. I'm not overplaying the positive aspects. I'm just saying there was fear. There was negativity around. It's bound to be there, right? It was a pandemic. What else would you expect? Things were not hunky-dory. So obviously, there was going to be fear. There was going to be negativity all around us. But yet, there was a choice. वो बोलते हैं ना कि लाइफ में there's always a choice. Even though we say no, I did not have a choice, but still there's always a choice. We can always exercise some amount of choice. Yeah. So there's this anecdote. Okay. Diogenes, I don't know if you've heard about him or not, was a Greek saint, and he was being enslaved by the king. And he was pretty strong, muscular, and very strong. And he was being enslaved, and the king's men, took him. So he was kind of totally tied up and taken on the roads. But the way he walked, okay. So the guards were like, what? He looks like the master, and we look like slaves. The way he's walking, the way he's conducting himself, and they asked him that you are actually we've enslaved you. He was like, you can enslave me physically, but what about my attitude? I don't choose to be a slave. And the way he walked, it was like, people were like, he did not look like a slave. So the whole point is कि जो आप कैसे आपका approach है ना matter करता है. तो वहाँ पे ये difference आ गया कि बहुत सारे लोग lonely हो गए. लोगों का we don't have friends, we don't have family. बहुत सारे लोगों ने उसको solitude के जैसे treat किया. Yeah, because I chose COVID because it's very recent. All of us have just come out of it. Yeah. Would you like to share something from the COVID times जहाँ पे आपने कुछ सीखा या कुछ नया किया? Yeah, there was this mental thing, but you chose to deal with it in a particular way, and actually it helped you. Would somebody like to share something that you did which was you were like happy with yourself?
Yes, I started because in the COVID period I was in USA, and that period was a very tough period. And I started my YouTube channel and taking the quiz daily. And these quizzes are really, because I was a teacher, social study teacher, and my subject was history and geography. So I enjoyed a lot that period.
Lovely.
Good.
There's a word in psychology, okay, there's a defense mechanism in psychology called as sublimation. Sublimation का मतलब क्या है that if you face some problem, okay, but for example, अगर कोई female है जो mother नहीं बन सकती, for example, okay, she can't become mother biologically, okay, she would start running an orphanage, okay, or she would start a daycare center where she would take care of babies. It is called as sublimation. Why sublimation? Because वहाँ पे आपकी जो unfulfilled needs, desire है, आपको उसको channelize कर रहे हो in a very positive way. Yeah, because हाँ मतलब so there are there are people who kind of use it in a positive way. This is sublimation, Pushpa ma'am. जो आपने किया ना वो beautiful.
Yeah. And after that, in the month of June, I came from USA because of the 6 months was over. Then here I am alone. I was alone that time. Then I started my stitching hobby, and I stitched a lot. And I enjoyed that period. How much I enjoyed, I can't explain that.
Your face actually speaks a lot, I mean, you don't even need to say, that smile, big smile on your face and in your eyes, they actually speaks a lot,
Thank you, Tejal.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tejal.
So these are the, small acts wherein you can, she chose, Pushpa ma'am chose that, okay, I'm in USA, I know how to do this. Let me do it. Let me try. See, the problem is that हम लोग बहुत डरते हैं ट्राई करने से, बहुत ज्यादा डरते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा. वो है ना सबसे बड़ा रोग, क्या करेंगे लोग.
That is our childhood fear.
कंडीशनिंग है ना, पहले से सिखाया
नहीं
गया.
करो, मत करो. Granny बोलेंगे नहीं करो, वो मत करो. They will not push up.
I know. It was, we heard more of no, right? Don't do this.
No.
That.
All negative.
Agree. Yeah. Just give me a minute. There's somebody in my home. Just a minute. I'll have to attend. Just a minute.
Chai pe chalta.
Yeah. So where were we? lost the thread.
Fear of the
या क्या कहेंगे लोग, right? ये है ना सबसे बड़ा fear है जो हमको it actually kind of doesn't allow us to experiment. We are so conditioned that I mean you can experiment at the age of 20s, when you are in your 20s and 30s. And most of the people you'll hear that 60s is not the age to experiment. I mean that is when you settle down. I really don't get it. What is there to can always experiment, right? Or so that is where solitude and loneliness plays and comes in, that when you choose to be by yourself, with yourself, okay, there's a very what happens is there's this beautiful process, okay, beautiful as well as painful. Let me tell you this, it's beautiful as well as painful also. Okay, when you spend some time with yourself, okay, it's painful because you actually cannot escape. If you genuinely honestly spend time with you cannot escape your thought process. Usually क्या करते हैं हम, जैसे कुछ आया नेगेटिव या कुछ पसंद नहीं आया थॉट, तो हम क्या करते हैं, एस्केपिज्म. we switch on the TV. That's an escapism, right? कि हमको वो सोचना नहीं है. Yeah, we read newspapers. We call up somebody, even if don't have anything to talk to, but you out of escapism, you call up people. See, calling up people is good. It's very healthy. But listen here. But if you cannot spend time with yourself, and if out of compulsion you're calling up people, it is unhealthy. Do you all agree with me here? It's very unhealthy. Agree? Those scenarios.
Possibly we are calling. Possibly we are calling.
Yeah. Calling because you it's not possible for you to spend time with yourself. You're not self-sufficient enough. That is unhealthy. Okay.
It's very unhealthy. You have to serve them also.
Yeah. One needs to one needs to spend time with oneself, and out of choice, okay, out of choice, it could be that okay, आज मुझे इससे बात करनी है, but not out of escapism, out of choice. दोनों में बहुत फर्क है. एक हो जाता है healthy, एक हो जाता है unhealthy. Why unhealthy? Because see, out of escapism, when you call up people, you tend to get dependent on them. Yes. And you know what? All of you must have experienced this, that when you are dependent on somebody, ना सामने वाले को smell आ जाती है कि ये मेरे पर dependent है. And immediately the attitude changes. Have you experienced this? Of course you would have. Life is,
Yes.
है ना?
This is the compulsion. It's compulsion.
Yeah. And you're wondering that how come सामने वाले को पता चल जाता है that I don't have anything to do and I'm dependent on that person.
Yes.
And the whole attitude changes. So you don't want that.
Sometimes
right?
that negative words comes from our mouth. Actually, because I was alone, I thought I could call my friends. So they understand.
Yeah, they do. And then the whole attitude changes. And when somebody knows that you are very self-sufficient. Okay, for example, I know that Razia ma'am, okay, left by herself, she can spend hours and hours with herself.
Yes.
तो रजिया मैम मेरे पर डिपेंडेंट नहीं है.
नहीं है.
तो my attitude, हाँ, खुद का खुद. तो my attitude towards रजिया मैम would totally change. I would appreciate her time. See, here I'll tell you what happens is, I would start appreciating her time. I would start valuing her presence. Oh wow, क्या बोलेंगे सामने वाला? Oh wow, you actually, I mean, you kind of chose to spend time with me. The other person would start appreciating. This should happen with friends and family, है ना? तो वो है कि अकेले बैठने की हॉबी डेवलप करना बहुत जरूरी. कुछ भी हो सकता है वो, and it could be anything. No hobby is better than the other or worse than the other. Like for example, some people say that I watch TV. It's okay, you can watch TV for 2 hours. It's perfectly all right. No harm. Perfectly all right. You're not harming. आप enjoy कर रहे हो, आप किसी को परेशान नहीं कर रहे हो, आप अच्छा टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हो, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Right? Can read a good book. Could be anything.
Anything we can do.
Anything, but learn to be self-sufficient. My whole point is
Self-sufficient.
all of us should try to learn to be self-sufficient.
Yes, right.
So I'll give you an example. My mother lost her husband. So I lost my father when she was 43, which is quite a young age, right? And I was just
Yeah.
17, all of 17, and she was all of 43. So 43 is not the age, I mean, young, right? My mom was a young widow, right? And so I have a younger brother. So we were 2 kids. She had 2 kids, and my father passed away because of heart failure. Okay, and it was quite sudden. So basically, he wasn't even sick. We were not prepared. Like, as in, you are never prepared to lose a member of your family. But if somebody has cancer or something, you're still prepared. So this was it happened. It just all of a sudden it happened. And the next day, my mom was 43 with 2 kids. She never worked a single day out of her home. Like, she was she's a homemaker, and she never stepped out of her house. Fortunately, she didn't need to. There was some amount of saving that, we could run our house without her going out for work. But suddenly she had this huge amount of time by herself. After cooking and after cleaning, because my father, उसके entire routine में से एक पूरा इंसान चला गया, उसकी activities चली गई. Yeah. So, I mean, there was a time when she was like, I don't know what to do. And then we sat and actually we were like, you'll have to join some group. You'll have to join some, a social group or something. You'll have to join some kitty or something. You'll have to, kind of rewire and relearn, which was not easy to say the least. But you know what? Today she's 72. My brother is happily married with a kid. And today, I actually have to call up my mom, like, I'm getting bored. And my mom would say, just wear your shoes, go out for a walk, go watch a movie. And she's the one, she tells me, what is there to get bored about? Yeah. Just wear your shoes, go out, talk to people, call up your friend, make a dish. Because she actually did this in her life. She cooked a lot more. Zyada, agar koi nahi bhi ho na, she used to cook. Just the whole fun of cooking and the joy of cooking. Not even fun, I would call the joy
Very
of
fond of cooking.
Yeah, she started cooking more. She started going out. She's very social. She goes out 4 days a week.
Very good.
And it's actually good because you know what? From 42 to 72, and she's very healthy physically. Not just mentally, she's pretty healthy physically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like there were only 2 choices. Either she could give up as in, either you can commit suicide, right? Or you choose to live. There are only 2 options in life. Either you die or you live. Beach mein kuch nahi hota hai. But most people neither live nor die. वो बीच वाला हो जाता है. Are you getting that? Every day they neither live properly nor do they die. And वो जो बीच वाली life होती है ना, बहुत difficult हो जाती है. कि every day you are waiting for, oh, when am I going to go away? No.
Should not think
Life.
of that.
Exactly. It's precious, right? Life is precious, despite of all the struggles.
Life is precious.
How big is your family today?
So my mother's side or my family?
Your side, your family.
My side also, yeah, I have a son who's 18. I have 1 child.
1 child.
Yeah, he just finished his 12th and now he's off to Guwahati got into IIT. So
Oh,
yeah,
very
so yeah. So, and I'm just, me and my husband. And I also had my in-laws, but COVID mein my father-in-law passed away.
Okay.
And my mother-in-law now actually lives. So I have a brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So she keeps going to their place and, my place. So like, whatever.
You
So
must
as
be
of,
working somewhere?
yeah,
You're
I'm a
working
lecturer.
somewhere? A
Yes, ma'am,
job
I'm a
or
lecturer.
from home?
No, I'm a lecturer. I go there.
Okay,
So I'm a
good.
lecturer of education and psychology for you.
Okay. Love you, Tejal.
Which college?
Oh, same here. Yeah, I do it for a yoga institute called Yoga Vidyaniketan. So they have 3 subjects. I teach one of the subjects. And I'm also a freelancer. I take workshops and do counseling and stuff. So yeah, this is my family.
I'm telling you that he is Trusha's teacher.
Oh yeah. I got to know Saleh through Krusha ma'am. She was my ex-student. Okay. And we get along really, we get along very well. She was the one who introduced me to Saleh. Okay. And then I happened, I got to know Saleh, and then I got to know you also. Yeah, a big thank you to Krusha ma'am and Saleh.
Even that day, Mr. D'Souza from USA, he had come to my place. He said, I've just met Mr. Saleh. And he was very happy and talking very high of him.
Yeah, they'd gone for coffee or something.
Our laughter and that healing by sound.
I love his
Somehow
sessions,
his sister, he says, I wish to meet you. I said, okay, come.
Oh, wow.
Nice gentleman.
Yeah, but you get attached, So it's like, I tell you, I really miss you also. The week that I don't come, okay, I don't meet you online. That particular day, I start missing you all because एक वो habitual aspect and एक attachment हो जाता है, right? So yeah, that's there. So yeah, coming back to thanks so much. Thank you. So yeah, coming back to the topic, the reason I shared my mom's and my journey was कि it was the वहाँ पे energy could have gone in a destructive way or in a constructive way. But because she chose as a mother to use her energy in a constructive way, we two kids actually looked up to her and we grew. We finished our studies. We finished our education. We did our masters. Both of us have done our masters, my brother and I.
So good.
Right? So my whole point is that a single person's energy can bring in single parent and can bring so much of change. Even your family, believe me, the moment you start changing, you will see that there are changes in your house also. When you choose to be little forgiving, believe me, वो सामने वाला कुछ बोलेगा नहीं, but सामने वाले के मन में भी हो जाएगा, यार, actually the person chose to let go of things. The person chose to just forgive it, not talk about it. Because so many small instances, right? है ना? घर पे भी ऐसे होता है that small instances that you keep talking about. तो ये टॉपिक हाँ तो ये क्या होता है, इसका क्या रिलेशन है सॉलिट्यूड के साथ? तो इसका ये रिलेशन है कि जब आप अपने साथ रहना सीखो तो you will come to know that you are not as perfect as you like to imagine or as you like to pretend or as you like to visualize yourself to be. We have lots and lots of shortcomings, all of us. For example, okay, I always like to share about my experience because it comes out of my experience. So when I got married, okay, I was a very 24 years, and my mother-in-law would be like, you have to dry the clothes in a particular way. Okay, you can't make dal, okay, in the vessel that you make, you heat your milk. And I was like, why what's the thing? Like, I mean, you can dry clothes the way you want. What's the big deal? Today I'm 42. I do realize. Yeah, I do realize that the whites are supposed to be separated from the colored ones. Otherwise, it tends to get ruined. It's a small example, but my point being that, back then past me, I could not understand. Today, I have a different perspective. I do understand. So the whole point is, we have to give leeway to other people in our family, in our businesses. We are not perfect. Everybody's got their own shortcomings. Be a little accepting of it. Little accepting. I'm not saying be saint. But थोड़ा तो accepting हो सकते हैं ना. थोड़ा हो सकते हैं कि ठीक है. आज वनीता मैम ने ये कर लिया, ठीक है. What's the big deal? आज रिहाना मैम ने ये किया. It's okay. होता है सबसे. ये कब आएगा? ये तभी आएगा जब आप अपने साथ टाइम स्पेंड करो. देखो कि आप में भी ये शॉर्टकमिंग है. तो जब आप में है, आप at the age of 60 या 65 उसको कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो, possibly, you can't do much about it. The other person also goes through the same journey.
Right.
वहाँ पे है ना, वहाँ पे natural acceptance आ जाएगा. My word is artificial नहीं है. ये जो बोलते हैं ना, be positive and the universe is my home. I'm not talking about it. I like to think things in a logical way. Not even, my universe is my home. First, make your home your home. Forget about the universe. Let's start small. Make your home your home. At least accept the people in your home as with all the shortcomings, with all the problems, you still belong. It's a family. Right? Even if you run a business, your employees are going to have lots and lots of shortcomings as well as positives. You You accept, right? The people working for you are your family, extended ones. यहाँ पे ना, the quality of life changes. Believe me, it really changes. You accept that quality of life changes. Life तो otherwise goes on. It moves on. Even if you fight with somebody, you're going to eat, you're going to drink, and you're going to sleep. वो तो continue रहेगा. And hence, be self-sufficient. Number one, don't throw your weight. And I'm talking, don't throw your weight on others. Okay? घर पे कभी क्या होता है कि मुझे बोर हो रहा है, मुझे बोर हो रहा है, मुझे बोर हो रहा है. मेरे पास कुछ करने के लिए नहीं है. I really don't have any company. क्या होता है ना, सामने वाला भाग जाएगा. Even if the person has decided to sit with you for 10 minutes, ना, वो 5 मिनट में the person will run away. Because the person knows that और 5 मिनट में ज्यादा complaints ही आने वाली है और कुछ सुनने को नहीं मिलेगा.
कुछ नया नहीं.
You know, complaint का पिटारा खुलेगा. Same old stories होगी.
Yes, same old story.
Same old
और
stories.
पुरानी story. पुरानी complaint.
पुरानी stories हो सकती है. Interesting stories आप लेके आओ ना, उनको सुनाओ. बच्चों को या see that because you lived such a big, long life, there would be so many interesting stories. Why don't you share those? People love to listen to interesting stories.
Yes.
Tell them about the youth. Tell them how it was different. People like to listen. Believe me, even the youth likes to listen. That how your time was different. What kind of music did you listen to? What kind of dances did you do? What kind of parties you attended? Because it is so different from this age, right? But rather we choose, जब भी कोई आया, तो most of the times it happens, and I'm not pinpointing anybody, including me.
No.
Most of the times, you know, when you have an ear to listen to you, what you do is, I am this, either the ego will talk, I am this, I am that. I wake up so early, the ego. I wake up so early, I do the cooking, I am this, I am that. Either ego की बातें या फिर complaints. दो में से, या तो ईगो की बातें होगी, मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ, मैं, तो मैं से भी लोग परेशान हो जाते हैं. हम बकरी थोड़ी है, मैं थोड़ी करेंगे, नहीं, तो वो भी नहीं. और ईगो की भी बातें नहीं चाहिए, कंप्लेन की भी नहीं है. Just share your stories.
General talk.
Yes, we are storytellers. All of us actually are
interesting topics.
Yes, interesting topics. Even the
to be
experiences
a
that
listener than a speaker. Be a listener, make them talk, and
Wow.
it will become
Wow.
interesting.
wow.
Be a listener.
Yes.
You know, Seerat ma'am, believe me, listeners, good listeners are so rare nowadays. Okay, इतना rare हो गया है ना, that if you find a good listener, people are never going to leave you. Believe me, वो आपको पकड़ के रखेंगे. Why? Because you listen.
Yes.
And believe me, not just nod, listen to people, not just hear. यहाँ पे, when I'm listening, when I'm actually you're talking, I'm listening to you. It's not I'm hearing you. Listen to people. You're beautiful. Listening is an art, and people love it when somebody, they genuinely listen to you. Practice that. Very good.
Yes,
Very good.
there is a young girl. Sometime back, she was coming with, and she had lots of complaints about her just newly married. Husband is gone to States, left her behind, take care of my old parents. She had she would come to me, just sit 1 hour, have meal together and go. And when going, she would say, आपने मुझे बहुत हिम्मत दिया, आपने मुझे बहुत प्यार किया, आपने मुझे and believe me, I had not said a single word. I was just listening. I was just listening. और बोलती है, आपने मुझे ज्ञान दिया, you uplifted my spirits, I can go. और फिर आती थी, फिर अच्छा, in few days, it's okay now. Now her husband has taken her with him to States. The point is, like, I am alone, I am staying alone, but I am not lonely. I am not lonely. Wow. I've got many hobbies, many relatives, and my daughter, she wants me to shift with her, which I'll never. I pray one thing, God, let me breathe till I am self-dependent.
Lovely.
That's the right
No
word.
Lovely. Look at the smile on her face, Seerat man's face, right? The smile actually is earned, you know, that smile, beautiful smile is earned. How earned? Earned by taking care of people, earned by genuinely listening to people. See, you
People.
earn the smile. When you genuinely see somebody smiling, it is the
Yes.
the person has earned the smile. And it is not easy
Yes.
to earn your smiles and your laughs and your sleep. You have to earn
And
it.
on the blessings.
Earn the lovely
Smile and
blessings.
the
So, yeah,
blessings.
earn the blessings. How do we
Yeah.
earn? Right? We keep earning everything. Paisa aata hai, ye aata hai. Nobody teaches us that you have to earn your smile. You have to earn your laugh. You have to earn your sleep. You have to earn.
It comes naturally.
कहाँ गए तेजल? Where have you gone?
इंटरनेट प्रॉब्लम है.
I think he is, I don't know what happened.
Is by right. Even the last session also was like, you know, we have so 40 minutes to talk to.
But
बहुत से
log on
पॉइंट
and
रह गए
log
थे
off.
पिछले टाइम.
Immediate log on and log off.
Yeah. So yeah, the last beautiful Seerat ma'am. It's always, you know, it's always a choice. It's always a choice. So if you ask me after Karan left, okay, I was dreading, you know, I was dreading that, you know, he would leave and what will I do? My son would leave. And then it would be just me and my husband. What would I do? Because suddenly, I mean, my whole, right? I mean, you have a kid and then the whole day revolves around the kid, right? You plan the activities for him and you plan the menu for him. But then, you know what? I'm taking this time as you know, I mean, how much can I offer it to? Whatever I know, let me share it with people.
Yes.
So I've increased my activities. Okay, I've increased my workshops. The number of workshops I used to take, now I take more. So I'm grabbing this opportunity that 4 years when he's going to be away, okay, I've raised him to the best of my ability. Now he's there. I can't do much. All I can do is pray for him that every single day that he should be safe and sound. But yeah, at the same time, I'm using my time, okay, for me to grow.
But in which college she's gone? Where he is going abroad?
No, he's gone to Guwahati. He's gone to Assam. Yeah, IIT. So it's a 4 years course. So either I could be lonely.
How old
He's
is your
19.
son?
Ma'am is 19 now.
19.
19 years. Yeah. So I chose, see, यहाँ पे topic से relevant था इसलिए मैंने share किया. Loneliness and solitude. Either I could be lonely or I could choose this time, okay, to use it as solitude. I chose the latter thing. I didn't choose the former part. I chose the latter thing. Okay, let me make this as solitude. Would you believe this? I listen to music now much more. I'd stopped listening to music. When Karan was here, actually, I forgot that, you know, I have my playlist. I like the songs that I like. I had actually forgotten. I've gotten back to it. Now I have my playlist. I listen to my music.
Okay. Listen.
See, compulsory है ना, वो तो अभी गया तो गया, मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूँ. तो पीछे अभी मुझे क्या करना है वो मेरी चॉइस है.
But आपका तो only son है ने? You got one son.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah.
How I wish I had gone for another kid now. Now, today I'm missing.
अभी नहीं. अभी too late.
Oh, it's too late now.
It's too late.
Yeah. So, see, I mean, the topic. Did you?
You should have done it before.
अभी वो बस छूट गई, मैम, गई. The train and bus is left. छूट गई.
तुमने छोड़ दिया.
मैंने छोड़ा लेकिन अभी वो छूट गई, अभी गया.
अभी गया.
So yeah. So did you all enjoy this topic? Actually, it's solitude versus 1 minute. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Very nice.
I was
We
just
get
thinking,
to
you know,
know
the topic.
something.
And it was very nice topic.
Yeah.
And we can find the difference between this loneliness and this one.
Yeah. So I just actually was thinking कि क्या बात करें, and this is out of my like loneliness versus solitude, because I too am experimenting with it and struggling with it also. So the reason, you know, I was like, okay, let's talk about this. Do you remember emptiness syndrome भी किया था when Karan had left? It was emptiness syndrome की भी, I think we had one session on.
Very, very long back.
So what is the topic that you would like to discuss the next time? अगर कुछ specific topic, so I can just study about it or go through it. And is there some specific topic, some interesting topic that you would like to talk about?
ये जो